I always refer to the proposal for a maximum amount of meat consumption per capita per person. This is made by the Eat Lancet Commission. It's also from Sweden, I guess. They proposed a maximum of 16 kilogram meat per capita per year. And on EU level, the average meat consumption, I think, is 68 kilograms per person. So this would mean that it's 25% of what we eat now. So this is a fast reduction. Yeah, and this is based on health arguments, but also the planetary boundaries like climate change and deforestation, etc. So when it's only health, health-related motivations for maximum meat consumption, then I think we should eat half of what we eat now or 40% less. So there's a difference. And that's why we also introduced the concept of a meat overshoot day compared to the Earth overshoot day. So that's a day in the year where consumers eat all the meat you should eat in 1 year. So this can be in June or September, depending on is it health or environmental based arguments.
I totally agree with what Jeroom was mentioning so far. What I would like to point out here that this is not an European issues. This is a global issues, and it's getting even worse because I think after a couple of years working on this project, I realized that action has to be taken also in the low-income countries. And I explain you why, because in their countries, actually, the wellness is getting there. So this means also there are much more consumers are willing to buy and eat meat. Also, the place where the most natural resources are still available. So we need to let's say, guide them and provide the strategies to not make the same mistakes we did 50 years ago. Because in Europe, we were able to, with the green revolution, we were able to make food cheap, but we were not able to make healthy food cheap. And this is the big issues we have in the front of us. But definitely, 50% reduction is ambitious, and I think is doable. I think Europe is putting so much effort also on the research side to develop and investigate solutions that basically are not just feasible on the lab scale, but actually will be feasible in industrial scale. So, and something that basically will become a reality in a few years. Because also another aspect that I need to point out that Europe has a huge efficiency in protein, because we are competing with other big name like China for protein sources, that basically we are used to purchase from South America. And now we need to find a way to get self-sufficient at European level, to get proteins not just for food, but even for feed. So this is a quite challenging aspect, but basically I think Europe is going the right direction. As I mentioned before, Europe Horizon 2020 and Europe Horizon is putting so much effort and hope in developing solutions that basically will bring us forward and able to embrace these transitions in the best possible way, financially, socially, and also on environmental point of view.
Malin, from the political perspectives, do you have in the Left Party and the others you collaborate with some goal for reducing meat consumption and meat production?
Well, not in terms of when we work in the European Parliament within the Left Group, and we haven't percentage target. It could be discussed whether we should have that. I think it would be quite difficult to depending on countries and context. But I think the important thing that what we do agree on is that we have to transform away from today's meat consumption. And I do agree that it is also, you know, you speak about tax on meat. That's one very possible way of transforming. And I think the campaign that you are gearing up for Glasgow is extremely important. What we have worked to do a lot, because it's, I mean, I speak a lot about the EU level also because that's where I am. I have the possibilities for change. It is to stop subsidies, because the common agricultural policy is full of subsidies that are detrimental to climate and welfare. So we want to stop those, while as the EU doesn't have taxation powers in that sense. There is VAT. So if one goes the VAT way, then of course it's a discussion we have to have at the EU level. I think we would first like to phase out the harmful subsidies and then look at way of pricing. That would be a way to actually price better also. But certainly my part is open for those discussions. I think looking globally also, and I didn't mention that in my introduction, is that we have, the EU has, the member states have delegated to the EU to negotiate international trade agreements. And here, again, I think we have a big task to considering what you said, Emanuele, also to make sure that those trade agreements are not counterproductive in what we want to achieve for the countries that we are trading with, or for at the European level. Because at the moment we import like feed proteins, we import meat, we import products that in terms of climate and environmental impact is just disastrous. And we have no means in those trade deals to stop that for the moment. We can maybe come back to also the carbon border adjustment mechanism that has been proposed by the European Commission now, which is where I'm the negotiator for the left group. And we haven't started the work in Parliament yet, but it would be very interesting to see with you how we can try to insert the issue of meat and food consumption and also imports for feed, because that's not included for the moment in the proposal. It's completely omitted. It's out, as I said, is usually not as much on the agenda as it should be. So it would be very interesting to look at how that could be included. But we have to start by stopping the EU Mercosur trade agreement, also from this perspective.